I want to say that what I'm about to say could be totally unfair, totally off base, and really, this could be a terrible take. It also could be viewed as massively hypocritical because, full disclosure, I don't value preseason football. Now, the Lions played a preseason game this weekend, and while I'm not really interested in talking about the team or wins and losses, I have to bring up something that I am just really concerned about. And that's Jeff Okudah. And you'll go, well, what are you concerned about with Jeff Okudah? It's the preseason. You don't value it. Here's what concerns me. Anytime I actually see Jeff Okudah play football, he's utter garbage. That's my concern. Mm-hmm. Now, the articles about training camp and he's out there competing and practicing and he's becoming a bad dude. This weekend against the Steelers, Jeff Okudah got dusted by Deontay Johnson. We're talking 3 yards of separation. And if Big Ben's old ass could get the ball down the field, that was a touchdown. The only thing that saved Jeff Okudah was the ball was underthrown. But he got dusted. But his night got worse. And if you remember the Arizona game last year when Kyler Murray and him faced off in the open field and Kyler went, hey, you want to see something cool? And Jeff's like, what? He's like, your balls are on the grass. And he went in the end zone. It happened again.
A head shake, a shoulder shimmy.
But this was worse. Najee Harris at the other end of the grocery aisle. All the way. It's like Jeff Okudah turned the end cap. I'm in the cereal aisle. Looks up. Najee's at the other end. Dead. Ground.
Right.
But if you're a Lions fans, I want you to have an opinion on this. And if your opinion is, Mike, you're being unfair. Mike, it's preseason. That's fine. I am willing to own that. But guys, I am terrified that Jeff Okudah is not only not great at football, not good at football, I'm very concerned he's in fact terrible at football. That somehow, some way, Quintricia and this organization and the pick and the season last year wrecked him. Mm-hmm. And this kid is Mo Claiborne. That this kid is...
They found the only Ohio State DB who can't cover. The only cornerback who can't. Like, that's normally money in the bank. You got a Buckeye corner. You got a pro. You got a starter.
But, like, you want to see and I'll throw the number out, 248-539-9797. Hey, put me up on that dartboard. And if you think I'm being unfair, you can say it. I'm not going to yell and scream. But, guys, at what point do I get to watch Jeff Okudah play football and actually have good things to say? They don't exist. And let's be really, really accurate about this. His season last year, he wasn't just average or meh or bad. For most of the season, Jeff Okudah, according to Pro Football Focus, ranked dead last of every single corner who played football. 116 out of 116. He was not ready to play to start the season. He then played and was garbage. Then he got hurt. Mm-hmm. And now when you get to see him play football, Saturday night, got dusted in what sure as hell looked like man cover. And then really the gold standard for defensive back dementia spin cycle is Harlan Barnett with Barry Sanders.
Oh, boy.
Look out, I'm going left and right and left. Just kidding. Face down.
Yeah.
Najee Harris coming down the field. Jeff Okudah is a full 10 yards away. That's 30 feet, people.
It is.
Jeff Okudah got put on his bum from 30 feet away.
But at least you could say Barnett was going up against Barry.
Right.
And he was trying to do something. He was just running along with him. Ended up being in a Cadillac commercial.
But I need to know what your concern level is. And if it, no, I'm saying the people.
Oh.
I want to give the people an opportunity because this is not me yelling and screaming battle mode. I'm cool if you're like, hey, you got to power down. You're the guy who doesn't value preseason. But when you see the number 3 overall pick from last year, who already had one of the historically worst seasons of a corner ever drafted, and those are the highlights, yeah, man, I'm really nervous. This staff owes nothing to him.
Make or break year. I've told you. And this was before the preseason. This is his make or break year. If not, maybe this becomes the Lions' Darko pick, where it's just a guy like, you had a top pick, and of all the people, you found the one dud. This is what you want. Okay.
248-539-9797. I mean, Kenny, you're a Lions guy. You're all lathered up in the Kool-Aid. You tell me. And you always think I'm unfair. You always think I'm just way too opinionated. You're like, you need to be softer on the air. Kenny, are you concerned?
Yeah, I am concerned, and it's not just because he looked bad, but he looked really, really bad.
Thank you.
And it was preseason. I understand people want to diminish that, but if you look that bad in any football scenario, it's hard to defend it. It's really difficult to defend that as a Lions fan.
Like when you have, if I asked you to create 10 memories from Jeff Okudah's short career, 10 of them are bad.
I was going to say one of them might have been last night.
10 of them look like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, think about this. I mean, like, at what point? Like, I need Jeff Okudah to bounce back and be a really good player. I mean, we talk about how far away this team is from winning. Jeff Okudah could be that lead corner that every team is in the market for. If Jeff Okudah is bad, you can put what you allocated a top 3 pick for. You can put that right back to the top of the shopping list. You're going to have to go do it again. You're going to have to do what my Giants did, go pay a James Bradbury $15, $16, $17 million a year, or you're going to have to go and put more draft capital in. Like, Jeff Okudah represents a major part of this franchise, and every time we see him play football, all I hear are Three Stooges sounds.
I know. Here's the reality of it.
Because how do you get jock rocked from 30 feet away?
That was embarrassing. Here's the thing. I've set the bar so low for him that each game it's just, okay, just go out there and play okay. Don't give up a big play. Forget about the fact you were number 3 overall. Just don't embarrass yourself. Just let no one hear your name being called, and let's call that a good day. That's where I am with him. The bar is that low.
And you know my opinion on this. We've talked about this. If you are drafted high as a corner, it breaks one of two ways. People can you can do whatever you want. Guys who are taken in the top 5, top 7, top 10. I don't want to hear about Darius Slay's rough rookie year. He was taken like 50th overall. They're either really good right away or they're busts. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's how it be. Yeah. So I'm concerned. Now, you're right, guys. Regular season hasn't started yet. We're going to wipe the slate clean. Nobody will care about Pittsburgh if on opening weekend they play the Niners and he partakes in keeping Brandon Ayuk to 2 catches, 19 yards, and great run support. Okay? But, guys, the only thing we have to go on with Jeff Okudah is the continual Larry Curly and Mo routine. That was brutal on Saturday. Deontay Johnson dusts him by 3 yards. And, look, either blew the cover, misunderstood the assignment, or got straight dusted in man. And it sure looked like man with safety over the top.
See, here's the problem, Mike, and you just touched upon it. I think that the Lions drafted with the number 3 overall pick a zone corner. A guy that maybe man is not for him.
Good afternoon.
You don't take somebody that high who can't play man, who can't just shut. You could say, okay, Jeff, you got him, and everybody else, we're going to focus on the other 10. That's your guy.
That's the Jalen Ramsey style corner that even then, I would never take a corner in top 3.
I think he's a zone corner, and that's a major mistake.
248. Ah, yeah. 248-539-9797. So I'd love your take on it. And this will be one of the only times you'll ever hear me talk preseason football. No, I don't give a damn about winning, losing. Lions didn't play most of their people. But when you play a guy, this ain't a running back. This isn't – when you are a corner and you are asked to play man cover, it is very much my horse is faster than your horse. Okay, we're going to go settle this in the backyard. Your job is to cover what?
We'll talk about that a little bit later in the show.
Oh, I know where you're going with that. We got a runaway horse on
I-30. Of horses.
That was one of the scariest and funniest things I've ever seen all at the same time. We'll get to it later. Mel Tucker at 3 o'clock. I just need to know right now, how alarmed are you at the Jeff Okudah experience here because that was brutal against Steelers this weekend.